My goodness. First of all, my name is Hector Rivera. I am one of the pastors here, and it is just a blessing that we get to do this alongside of you. In fact, let me start out by saying that in order to honor well our lead pastors, Greg and Tamara Dumas, our Crossing South Shore staff has done an amazing job coming alongside Bell Creek, and a lot of Crossing families here as well. We just want to say thank you and welcome to all. But we want to say thank you for allowing us this opportunity to come alongside of you. It is truly a blessing for us to get to do this with you. I'd like to also give a huge shout out to a special team. Listen, there's some amazing ladies and men that's standing right here that spent 2 to 3 weeks, hours upon hours to make this happen for you, the students, the graduates, and for all of the families. So if you can hold your applause for just a second, I'd like to name them because I believe in giving honor where honor is due. Your principal, Dr. Margaret Feringer, Kelly Quellick, Scott Musson, and Lindsay Vanderbilt. Can we give them a huge thank you? You guys, my goodness. Countless hours, preparation, they've done it. I mean, they impressed us, and we're blessed to have done this right alongside of them. So thank you guys. Amazing work. We also want to hopefully bless you with an opportunity to get the video for today's graduates for this ceremony. If I know there's a lot of families that are not present and aren't able to come for many reasons, we'd love to bless you. If you would text the word video to that number on the screen right there, to 813-285-7811. If you want to take a moment, take a picture of that, text video to that number, and we will send you a link for a form for you to fill out, and then we'll send the video right back to you, the link, so you can then share it with your family as well. Again, text the word video to 813-285-7811, and we'll send you that link so you can share it with those that weren't able to make it. I'd like to end it with a favorite quote that I normally use whenever I get stuck. Because graduates, you're going to have moments where I like to say you're going to feel stuck. And here's the simplicity of the quote. Can you put it up for me, Jamie? Sometimes we have to go backwards in order to make forward progress. You see, there are moments in life that you're going to feel stuck, and there are moments like these that you're going to have, and many of them that will outweigh those moments that you feel stuck. So I often use this quote because I look back on those moments, those wins, so that then they can help me get unstuck. So simply remember that. Sometimes you have to go backwards in order to make forward progress. God bless you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your time, and welcome again.
Thank you, Pastor Hector. At this time, I would like to welcome our class president, Kushi Alori, and vice president, Olivia DeFelice, to the stage for the pledge to our flag.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please remain standing, please. I would now like to welcome our very own Nicole DiPasquale as she sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The members of the CSA family to Bell Creek Academy's 2020 graduation ceremony. I am very honored and thrilled to be here today. The worldwide pandemic has had unforeseeable consequences to our daily lives. Even the fact that we are sitting here today is a testament to the time and effort of our parents and our staff and have spent in making every single moment count to give the students a memorable graduation ceremony. I also will recognize the hard work of Lindsay Vanderbilt, who's our senior class advisor, Kelly Plusquelic, our CAP advisor, and Scott Musson, athletic director, and the teachers who worked on their very own time to ensure that the graduation ceremony would be extraordinary and memorable. Sitting before you are the students that entered Bell Creek Academy as sixth graders in 2013. For 7 years, they have studied, cried, laughed, and learned at Bell Creek Academy. They have made friendships and formed relationships that hopefully will last a lifetime. As an institution of learning, we are pledged to the task of preparing you for the future, preparing you for jobs and experiences that as yet do not exist. Yet there is no way to predict the future. In 1949, the magazine Popular Mechanics predicted in the future it might just be possible to build a computer that weighs just under 1.5 tons. The New York Times ran an article in 1936 saying that rockets would never be able to leave the atmosphere. In 1903, the president of the Michigan Savings Bank refused to loan money to Henry Ford and the Ford Motor Company, saying the automobile is just a passing fad and would never catch on. Steve Jobs, getting a little closer to most of your time, introduced the iPhone to the public on January 9th, 2007, and it became available June 29th, 2007. Thank you, Jonathan Ivey and John Casey, the designers of Steve Jobs' vision. It changed the world. Predicting the future is hard. One thing we can be sure of is the future will be different from today. I think back to when my mother grew up in a world there were no computers, no internet, no Netflix, no Facebook, and no Instagram, and certainly no smartphones. Think of how much things have changed in 2 lifetimes. The world we all live in is one that she as a girl could not possibly have imagined. There is a moral in that. The world you and your children will be living in will be very different than anything you can possibly imagine. The chances are, for example, that you will change not only jobs or careers at least 7 times in your lifetime. People are working on technologies right now to terraform Mars and build human colonies there. They are young people in this very room who may one day live and work on another planet. Many scientists are working on technologies to modify human genes to eliminate disease and vastly increase human intelligence and other abilities. All this sounds like science fiction, but the reality is it's science fact. The world of your future will be completely unlike the world we live in today. During your years at Bell Creek, you've learned many things, but hopefully, the most important thing that you've learned is to keep on learning, because that's exactly what you have to do. Throughout your life, you need to keep learning, growing, and adapting to a world that is changing rapidly around you. So it is my great hope for you that you have learned in your time at Bell Creek to love learning and take responsibility for learning on your own, for growing yourself every day of your life, not just in school, but every single day. I also hope and believe that in our time together, you have learned how to care about and for other people. Think of the people sitting here today, whom you have learned to cherish. Learning to care about and for other people isn't perhaps the official curriculum, but is something we teach nonetheless. Enjoy your freedom. We are fortunate enough to grow up in a free country where everyone can have access to a high-quality education. I hope that in our civics and history classes, you have learned how rare and beautiful freedom is, how wonderful it is, and how much our ancestors sacrificed to make it possible for us. Freedom has to be reborn in every generation. Every generation has to fight for it to make sure that it is preserved. I hope that is something you have learned with us as well. Pursue happiness. Your lifespan is just too short to be unhappy. Develop attainable goals and then plan action steps to achieve those goals. We have given you the tools of problem solving and critical thinking. Now use them to fulfill your wants and your dreams. So that is my message to you today. I hope that you have learned to love learning, to care deeply for and about other people, to pursue your goals and dreams, to cherish and fight to maintain our precious liberties. Learning, love, happiness, and liberty, that's what I wish for you, your children, and your children's children. We, the faculty, staff, and administration and parents, are so very proud of you. Go forth with what you have learned and make us prouder yet. Use the tools we have taught you to create a better future for all of us. I have faith in you that you will do precisely that. I cannot finish this address without speaking about the faculty and the administration. Thank you to the teaching faculty. Like any production behind the scenes, there's a huge effort that goes into each lesson that these teachers present to your students. The teachers have worked hard to develop to ensure that the standards are taught in a meaningful and relevant manner. The teachers of Bell Creek throw their hearts and souls into their profession every day. The administrative team has worked hard to ensure that these students have a high-quality education. I am privileged to have worked with such a dedicated team. Lastly, and most importantly, I thank the parents for trusting us with their children and their great support over the years as we overcame challenges to opening a new school and providing a quality education. Congratulations to the Bell Creek Academy class of 2020. Your day has finally come.
Thank you, Dr. Farringer. At this time, we'd like to invite Caitlin Miranda, President of Student Government, to introduce our keynote speaker, who, unfortunately, is under the weather, so she will not be here. But fortunately, Caitlin Miranda is going to read her speech.
Fellow graduates, it is an honor to be here today. Carolyn Smith-Jones is entering her 7th year as the owner of Seven, a national marketing and public relations agency for Tampa, specializing in sports, entertainment, hospitality, and professional services. She is also the co-founder of Power Press, a national book publishing agency, and recent co-founder of Equity and Inclusion Coalition. She's a graduate of UNF and a Hall of Famer in the NCAA women's basketball. She has also emceed the past 3 years of NCAA women's basketball Final Four, Tourneytown. Following the world of sports and entertainment, Carolyn's extensive communications background includes multiple awards in sales and marketing for Starwood Hotels and Resorts and Hilton Hotels nationwide, as a former $1 million baby in sales and marketing for Hilton Hotels worldwide. She is a board member on the Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay and is very active with charitable efforts in helping inner city youth. Like Mr. Musson said, unfortunately, Ms. Carolyn Smith-Jones cannot be here today, but I will now present you her commencement speech to the class of 2020. Staff, parents, and graduates, I am honored to be here today, and thank you for inviting me to join you on this special occasion. Class of 2020, today's graduates, here you are. You made it, in the middle of a global pandemic and in times of civil unrest. Life is not fair, but the human spirit is enduring and powerful. This will not be the worst thing that will happen to you. Which leads me to the crucial life lesson. Get up after you've been knocked down. You will need it in the future. Who would have imagined year 2020, the year of clear vision and clarity, would turn out to be such a train wreck? Although there is much to be sad about, there is much to be celebrated. You are in the middle of a pivotal moment in this country's evolution. You are watching our society change in a very important way, and you are a part of it. Today, I want to share with you the 7 keys to success that I live by, and that's helped me in my continued journey of success, both personally and professionally. Number 1, I'm sure a lot of you have heard this quote, but I really want you all to understand the meaning and importance of this. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. I have found nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. In sports and in life, some of the greatest rewards will come out of overcoming your biggest fears. How many of you have been told by a coach to take the shot, don't hesitate, take the shot, or run the ball? You are going to have a rebound, so take the shot. Always remember, this analogy goes for life too. Example, I had a great career traveling around the world working for Hilton Hotels, but 7 years ago, after having my son Isaiah, I also went through the hardest and most challenging years of my life. I lost almost everything and had to start over. When I was going through these very hard times, the only message I kept hearing was to follow my real dream and passion and work in sports and entertainment. Some nights I would stay up all night with excitement and a burning feeling inside of creating a plan to start my own business and work with all the professional athletes and entertainers I knew and how I could help them and be successful myself. But then I'd sleep and wake up to fear and would be terrified of the thought of not having a company or a job paying me. I would have to find people to pay me. This was the biggest fear I've ever faced in my professional career. I found a quote and stuck it on my mirror so that I would see it daily. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. So I dug deep and I leaped. I began working as hard as I could because I knew I always had confidence and believed in myself. Now, 7 years later, I've grown into a national company, helped countless people, and my company has generated millions in revenue. Most importantly, I wake up, I am happy, and I love what I do. So again, remember, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Face your fears, take risks, and believe in yourself. Number 2, don't dwell and live in the past. Next play. So you miss the shot, you miss the goal. Worst mistakes can occur in any game, however. The next play motto reminds you to leave your mistakes in the dust and focus on what you need to do in the coming moment. This philosophy is one of Duke University's basketball coaches, Coach K's favorite mantras. Coach K yells out, "Next play," because he doesn't want the team lingering too long on what just took place. He doesn't want them celebrating that incredible alley-oop dunk, and he doesn't want them mourning the fact that the opposing team just stole the ball and had a fast break that led to an easy layup. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People only remember the home runs. Again, in life, always tell yourself when something doesn't work out, don't stay down and feel bad for yourself. We cannot change what happened yesterday, but we can control the next play. And this goes for relationship and dating too, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3, perseverance. To put perseverance into practice, I use the 5-minute rule. I tell myself, just keep going for 5 more minutes, then see how you feel. Persevering will help you develop grit, that remarkable quality of keeping faraway goals in sight and working at them with devotion over long periods of time despite inconvenience or problems. When working out and I'm exhausted and want to stop, I make myself go for 5 more minutes. So when you're studying for your test in college or working at your new job and you're ready to stop, just tell yourself 5 more minutes. Number 4, visualization. What is the difference between the #1 golfer on the PGA Tour and the number 50? In an interview, Phil Mickelson, one of the best PGA golfers, was asked this question. His answer was the ability to visualize the shot before it happens. A lot of people can execute it, but it can't visualize it. The people that see it clearest and can visualize their success are typically the best. Phil would take a week before the tour and would lay and visualize playing 9 holes perfectly. Visualizing and physical are equally as important. A study was done on 2 groups. Group number 1 took a week visualizing themselves making free throws perfectly at home. Group number 2 physically shot free throws in the gym. When brought together, the group that visualized performed twice as high. Always remember the power of visualizing and manifesting your dreams and goals. Number 5, the power of positive thinking. We're all born to be superstars, but as we get older, more people come into our life that hurt us or do and say mean things, especially in the world of social media. This is why a positive mindset is crucial in both sports and your personal life. You hear a lot of sports stars saying, I dreamt this clearly. I manifest that this is what I'm going to be. This is true. You become what you think about. What you think about is what you become. Don't allow your thoughts to be anything that you don't want to have. Like attracts like. You are a magnet. Whatever you are is what will attract to you. If you're positive, you draw positive. If you're kind, you attract kind. If you're negative, you attract negative. As you think, so shall you be. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Furthermore, this is something that I am most passionate about. Number 6, celebrate your wins. Life is hard. Life will be very busy for all of you. As you go along your journey, do not forget to stop and celebrate all of your victories and wins. Lastly, this is the most important area of my life. Number 7, give back. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. The world needs you. Your neighbor needs you. Your community needs you. The world needs a lot, and we all have a personal responsibility to give back and help others along our journey. As Denzel Washington says, you have to get out there, give it your all, whether it's your time, talents, resources, your prayers, or your treasures. What are you going to do with what you have, not how much you have? You all have gifts. What are you going to do with your gifts? Along your journey, you will come across issues and problems in the world that really upset you, that will make you want to help make a change. Maybe it's kids in foster care, homelessness, racial injustice, animal abuse, inner city youth, and underprivileged children. Whatever cause it may be, you will feel led to help. Don't ignore this fire and emotion inside of you. Take action and help. Step up and be a leader in change. Remember, we can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. I am encouraged today by what I see. A room full of young, driven, ambitious young men and women that have the world ahead of them to make positive change. You are all here because you're great. You did not have to graduate. You could have given up. Keep working hard and always believe in yourself. Now remember my 7 secrets to success. Number 1, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Number 2, don't dwell and live in the past. Number 3, have perseverance. Number 4, visualize. Number 5, embrace the power of positive thinking. Number 6, always celebrate your wins. And number 7, don't forget to give back. In conclusion, Miss Jones would like to leave us with a few of her favorite quotes that she lives by. Giving back. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. And great moments are born from great opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin. Please join me in welcoming Elizabeth Riato, who will perform our alma mater.
Hail to thee, O Bell Creek High, oh hail to thy sweet name. Our charter rests within the best and royal chest we claim. Near the flowing river and through the mossy pine stands tall our alma mater, the honor of Bell Creek High. Hail to thee, O Bell Creek High, oh hail to thy sweet name. Our charter rests within the best and royal chest we claim. Our banner waves with black and teal, our hearts are pure as gold. Loyalty will be our seal to bind the ties of old. Hail to thee, O Bell Creek High, oh hail to thy sweet name. Our charter rests within the best and royal chest we claim.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Parents and guests, at this time, we will begin our academic awards. These awards are given to students who showed profound understanding and application of the content in the specific course awarded. Graduates, please proceed to the stage if you receive an academic award. Economics and Financial Literacy, Sierra Barsh. American Government, Kushi Alori. Yearbook and Journalism, Isabella Sheward. English 4, Cheyenne Fuentes. AP Literature, Noelle Wagner. You guys go across there. AP Biology, Caitlin Miranda. AP Environmental, Kate Rowlands. Physics, Linavette Galatia. Legal Aspects of Law, Tyler Skywalker. Film, Fabiola Covarrubias. Debate, John Gorka. Trigonometry, Rebecca Loriano. Drawing 3, Rachel Campamore. Marketing Essentials, Andrea Rodriguez. Intro to Business, Sudishka Ganapatharaju. Business Management, Shaylee Roberts. IT Essentials, Kiana Payne. Game and Sim, Nina Kalo. The next award is our Panther Pride Award, and this award is given to a student who excels both academically and in extracurricular activities. This student shows dedication to Bell Creek in all that they do. This award has been given to Caitlin Miranda. The next award is the Principal's Award. This is given to a student who excels academically and exemplifies the foundations of future success through high expectations of academic excellence and community leadership. This award has been given to Hayden Trung. Outstanding job, guys. Let's give a round of applause. You may be seated. Our next awards are for students who have received high honor roll or higher for quarter 1, quarter 2, and quarter 3. We ask that these students please rise from their seats when their names are called. But do not proceed on stage, okay? Angelina Acevedo. Emily Adams. David Atanasio Rios. Jason Buriken. Sierra Barsh. Braden Beto. Rebecca Belomo. Brandon Bishop. Keegan Braun. Nina Kalo. Fabiola Covarrubias. Sofia Escobar. Cheyenne Fuentes. Grant Garner. John Gorka. Austin Hall. Joshua Hammond. Gina Mae Joseph. Angelina Laureano. Kang Lee. Jonathan Lofton. Alexandra Lozano. Brianna Mena. Hunter Meisen. David Munoz. Kiana Payne. Adit Prabhu. Adriana Prophet. Emily Roberts. Shaylee Roberts. Andrea Rodriguez. Jared Thayer. Hayden Trung. Anthony Velosin. And Noel Wagner. Our final awards are for students who received the Principal's Honor Roll for Quarter 1, Quarter 2, and Quarter 3. We ask that these students please rise from their seats when their names are called. Kushi Alori. Gian Galarza. Katie Jones. Rebecca Loriano. Caitlin Miranda. And Tyler Skywalker. At this time, I would like to welcome our salutatorian, Katie Jones.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of all the friends, family members, and graduates in the audience today. I am very grateful for this opportunity. After 13 years of school, we have finally made it to this day. After all the hours of studying, homework assignments, and tests, we can officially say that we've made it. Now, as I speak in front of you all today, I would like to give you my final advice. Today, I will be talking about fear and purpose. When you ask someone what their greatest fear is, most people will say the same answer: failure. We are terrified of failure because it's difficult to admit defeat when you wanted to succeed so badly. However, this does not have to happen. Just because something isn't easy doesn't mean that you should not try. If you fail, that's okay. Failure does not mean that everything you've worked for is gone. It means that now you have to learn from that failure so that all your hard work was not for nothing. Only after that can you truly succeed and accomplish your dreams that were not possible before. Furthermore, do not back down from your biggest fears. Face them head on, and if you fail in the process, then you will get back up again. Furthermore, fear and failure is not what people should be afraid of. What truly is terrifying is when people give up and do not grow because they are too scared to fight for what they believe in. I believe that everything happens for a reason. As I stand in front of you all today, I believe that this has a reason. Yes, some things happen randomly and they may not have meaning, but I cannot accept that this is one of them. I believe that each and every one of us had made it to this point in our lives because we were meant to be here and it has meaning. Maybe that meaning will be small or maybe it'll be great. Either way, it will happen to all of us. Whether we go to college, go to trade school, join the military, get a job, or never do anything again,
There's a reason for it. So I'm here giving this speech today to tell you that if you're looking for a sign, this is it. We are gathered here all together today because this is where our lives have led us, and it is exactly where we are meant to be. So do not take it for granted for 1 second. Don't forget your reason. Remember your reason forever and never let it go. This is your sign to keep going. This is your sign to never give up, no matter how hard it gets. This is your time. So please, give your reason light. Give it life. Give it everything you've got. If not for me, then for you, and everything that you could accomplish if your dreams and reason is accomplished. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Next, Tyler Skywalker, our valedictorian, will address the class of 2020.
Good morning, Panthers. Today is Saturday, June 27th. Please stand with me for the pledge to our good afternoon. My name is Tyler Skywalker, and on behalf of all the graduates, I'd like to thank all the teachers, staff, and most of all, parents who have made today a reality. Now, despite everything we worked for, this is far from the senior year we were looking forward to. To many people, it seems that all the fruits of all of our hard work have been stripped away, and the weight of the world has come crashing down by nothing we could have done. All of our events, like prom and any other events we were looking forward to, have been stripped away. It seems that we're all disappointed by something. See, I remember a few months ago, I realized that I'd never be able to announce a football game again. And more recently, I realized that I'd never be able to say good morning on the intercom and ask people to stand for the pledge each day. Now, the thing is, plans change all the time. Fact of the matter is, we don't know the future. That's how life works. I think a good analogy is that life is like a mist. You don't know where it ends up. You don't know where it goes. You don't really know how it works. You don't know when it's going to end. And because we don't know when it's going to end, it's incredibly valuable. You have to treasure every moment of it. Now, even though it might seem like our lives are currently changing in ways we never expected, at the end of the day, there's nothing new under the sun. Someone has experienced similar things to everything that we have. We've all had good experiences, and we've all had bad experiences, and for the rest of our lives, we'll continue to have good experiences, bad experiences, and all the strange in-betweens. Now, I've been told that a valediction or valedictory address is supposed to congratulate our class on our collective achievements and then offer inspiration for the future. But the fact of the matter is that our achievements are mixed, and the future is often bleak. Now, that doesn't mean that we should be afraid or ashamed. And in fact, many of us have achieved well in sports or class. And fact of the matter is, we're all graduating today, and that's an amazing feat. But why? Now, that's really the only question we're out to answer, isn't it? Why? I think there's only two things I've learned in school that have mattered. The first is that for any given math class, the question will be asked, why on earth are we learning any of this? And the second is the answer to that question is, it doesn't really matter, at least not in and of itself. See, none of the information we learn matters in and of itself. It's true for every class, from art to math and from PE to English. None of it matters in and of itself, and the reason for that is simple. You could have everything you could have ever asked for. You could have more zeros in your bank account than there are digits of pi, and you could have more friends than you can count. You could even have the entire world, but without love, you have nothing. Without love, you could rule over nations, you could achieve all your dreams, you could even learn everything that there is to learn in school, but you've gained nothing. Now, before I go any further, I need to make a clarification. In today's society, it seems that we've forgotten what it means to love. Love is not a feeling. If love were a feeling, all marriages would be doomed from the start. Because like life itself, feelings are often fleeting. Feelings are the way the mist of life reacts to the winds of change that push it around. Love, on the other hand, is both an action and a mindset. Love is not fleeting like feelings. Love can stay permanent if you decide to. Love is when we help the winds of life affect other people in the best possible way. It's when we treat those around us as greater than ourselves. Perhaps the greatest moral lesson I've taken from my time at Bell Creek is that pride is the root of most of life's struggles. Now, for years I've struggled with pride. For me, pride manifested itself in anger, emotionally, and mentally in isolation. When I was angry, it was because somebody was interfering with my way. Whenever I was anxious, it was because I was afraid I wouldn't get my way. And whenever I was sad, it was because I didn't get my way. Now, really, pride is something I've struggled with for a very long time, and really only in the past year and a half I've been able to effectively deal with it. I think we all struggle with pride in different ways. Yeah, it is the root of most of life's struggles after all. And fact of the matter is, life is too short to get caught up in that. Life is too short for us to be thinking about our own selfish goals. Instead, we need to focus on the needs of others, and we should orient our life in a way of love. That is to help others. Love is perhaps the greatest struggle. After all, there's nothing more patient, nothing more kind, nothing more humble, nothing less jealous, nothing less rude, and nothing less proud. When we live a life of love, we prioritize others' needs above our own. When we live a life of love, we do not think too hard about what we need, and we focus all of our attention on the needs of others. When we live a life of love, we can survive through all things, have strength despite all things, believe throughout all things, and survive within all things. When we live a life of love, we are living how we ought to do. In the eyes of perfection, all of our achievements, they melt away. For today and for the rest of our lives, we are imperfect. Therefore, the only three things that we have which actually matter are faith, hope, and love, but mostly love. So then, let's not make today a day for boasting of our own accomplishments on the eve of a life of pride, but instead, let's make today a day for congratulating our brothers and sisters on the eve of a life of love. That being said, make it a great life or not. The choice is yours.
Thank you, Tyler. All right. At this time, we would like the graduates to please exit to their designated spots. Parents, please enjoy a video.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. I've had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I've had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Forever young, I wanna be I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, hope you choose the one that means the most to you.
Hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance.
And if it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming. There's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it, but I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanna do. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. And hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you'll say, it's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side.
I did it all.
I hope you dance. My wish for you. I hope you dance. It's a climb. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
Yeah, this is my wish.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. I will remember you. Will you remember me? It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I've had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really wanna live forever, forever and ever? I will remember.
The moment you all been waiting for. We will now present the graduates of the class of 2020 with their diplomas. Angelina Acevedo. Emily Adams. Giovanni Allers. Kushi Alori. Matthew Altman. Georgia Anderson. Devin Andrews. David Atanasio Rios. Jason Barricam. Sierra Barsh. Braden Beto. Rebecca Paloma. Brandon Bishop. Keegan Braun. Nina Kayla. Rachel Campamore. Brooke Christian. Andrea Palazzo Reyes. Fabiola Corubias. Antoinetta Cusack. Allison Deaton. Olivia DeFelice. Micah Dugan. Alexis Dunnick. Mackenzie Ellis. Sophia Escobar. Emma Rose Fanta. Benjamin Fleischman. Cheyenne Fuentes. Haley Gabor. Gian Galarza. Linavette Galatia. Shudishka Ganapatharaju. Grant Garner. Way to go, Grant. Sebastian Gautier. Slow down. Brendan Jarena Lee. Way to go. John Gorka. Way to go, John. Haley Griffin. Good job, Haley. Austin Hall. Joshua Hammond. Dion Hanner. Alex Harrison. Way to go, Alex. Annabelle Hilario. Way to go. Robert Hennant. Way to go, Robert. Logan Hoffman. Way to go, Logan. Proud of you. Yasmin Iraq. You did it. Jade John. Katie Jones. Way to go, Katie. Gina Mae Joseph. Angelina Laureano. Way to go. Rebecca Laureano. Kang Lee. Madison Livingston. Jonathan Lofton. Alexandra Lozano. Proud of you. Jure Marrero. Good job. Yeah, start creeping over there. Carlos Matos. Way to go, Jure. Abigail Mazer. Way to go, Carlos. Proud of you. Brandon McKinney. Kyle McKinney. Brianna Mena. Caitlin Miranda. Hunter Meisen. David Munoz. Jocelyn Negrillo. Kiana Payne. Taylor Peters. Way to go, Taylor. Christian Pittman. Still soft. Adit Prabhu. Way to go, Adit. Adriana Prophet. Way to go. Congrats. Emily Roberts. Shaylee Roberts. Way to go, Shaylee. Andrea Rodriguez. Kate Rollins. Ivan Sanchez. Jeremiah Santiago. Way to go, Jerry. Austin Sheward. You did it. Isabella Sheward. Way to go, Izzy. Anthony Cece. Way to go, Anthony. Tyler Skywalker. Way to go, Tyler. Madison Smith. Sean Sullivan. Jonathan Tamawana. Jared Thayer. Hayden Trung. Way to go, Hayden. Anthony Velosin. Glarisbeth Villatoro. Noel Wagner. Danielle Yost. Dr. Farringer will now present the graduates of the class of 2020.
Graduates, remain standing. The rest of you may be seated. I present the class of 2020 from Bell Creek Academy. You may turn your tassels. Graduates, live long and prosper. Congratulations.